Hey guys, another video for our nature and environment in Japan playlist. What we're looking at there is a thing called the Nankai Trough, which is out in the sea. You can see it runs from right up near Tokyo right down to Kagoshima. And for many years the scientists have been telling us that there's a 70 to 80% chance that in the next 30 years that there'll be a magnitude 9.1 earthquake in that area that will result in 30-meter tidal waves and possibly as many as 323,000 deaths and millions of people left homeless and sort of major catastrophe sort of stuff. So they've been talking about that for years. We were well aware of that. However, this week we saw something we've never seen before. After that earthquake, you can see down there it says August 8th quake epicenter. So there was a earthquake down there. It was about a 7, I think, 7 point something down near Kagoshima, which is a fairly big one. And as a result of that and some other measurements they've been making, they issued an alert. Now, we haven't seen this before. On the Bureau of Meteorology website, they have an alert section there that usually says thunderstorms and things like that, whatever happens to be brewing, the alerts there. This is the first time that they've ever actually issued a Nankai Trough alert. So they've never done that before. So as a result of that, it's all over the news. People are talking about it. We went to the supermarket today and all the bottled water had been sold out. People have been panic buying bottled water. So preparing themselves for this massive earthquake that could be coming. So those of you who don't live in places where there's earthquakes, it is something that obviously it hangs over you a bit. But there's no point in dwelling on it because even though they've said there's a heightened chance of it happening soon, it's still just a chance. So it still could be 30 years, or it might not happen at all. So it's a bit of a thing, but we know it is stressing some people out. We've actually got a couple of family members that are really upset. One of them was having nightmares last night about earthquakes, because obviously it's all over the news and they tend to blow these things up a little bit in the same way that they warn us about typhoons and usually over-exaggerate the coming typhoons, or overestimate perhaps is probably a fairer way to say it. That's an image from the earthquake that happened earlier this week. So those of you who are in Japan, I mean, there's not much worrying, doesn't do much. Planning's probably good, you know, have some plans, know where you're supposed to evacuate to. We should be aware of that anyway. If there's a major earthquake or tsunami or something, where we're supposed to evacuate to, usually it's some high ground somewhere, school grounds or park or something like that, some high place. If we're aware of that, other than that, the government's really organised. They've got huge storehouses full of all sorts of food and accommodation and all sorts of things like that, tents usually, things like that. So worrying about it's not much help. So it's just one of the side effects of living in Japan. Anyway, there was that. More videos coming soon.